Yes, ready. This is a dictation at the rate of 100 words per minute. Yes, start. Work in an organization should be so arranged that it provides the maximum possible scope for individual development. The work assigned to each individual should be specific and concrete. It should involve some measures of responsibility. It should demand the exercise of knowledge and imagination. As the individual becomes more knowledgeable, more competent, the organization automatically reaches a higher level of efficiency. It is the manager's prime responsibility to develop his human resources fully. By human resources, we mean by energy, skills, knowledge, and imagination of people. Towards this end, he can do a number of things. He should see that everybody is kept fully busy and is provided with necessary facilities and resources. The manager should trust his people, guide them, and encourage them. They should be continually trained for better performance and new tasks. Managers should delegate authority and responsibility. Above all, he should constantly insist upon the highest standards of performance day in and day out. The manager must all times be impartial, as there is nothing more damaging than a feeling that the manager rewards and promotes people for reasons other than merit. No matter how good the equipment or building or machinery, we tend to forget that unless the people that manage them are good, our expensive buildings and machinery are of little use. We spend considerable effort of little use. We spend considerable effort and time developing and maintaining our equipment and machinery. If we spend the same amount of effort, time, and money developing our workforce, the results might have been far more significant. Our most important assets are certainly our people. When the gigantic organization of Germany was completely destroyed after the war, Harry Group made the point that if they could get their key staff back again, they would be able to rebuild their factories in a relatively short space of time. An individual values self-respect above everything else. If his self-respect is hurt, he becomes utterly miserable and loses confidence. His enthusiasm declines and his attachment to the work is seriously weakened. Carelessness and indifferent in his work, he becomes non-cooperative in nature. His efficiency is impaired. Workers are not greedy for money, but they want to be treated as individuals. The loss of self-respect leads to apathy and indiscipline. A worker who takes pride in being punctual, systematic, and in finishing his work in good time becomes automatically self-disciplined. A worker who loses his self-respect is like a person who is backsliding. He has no control over himself. His vitality diminishes. The manager is concerned with the efficient performance of his organization. His endeavor must be to improve the performance of his organization day in and day out. Human resource should not be treated as objects which can be pushed out when they cease to work efficiently. This requires that every individual in the organization improves his own performance by undergoing training. Improvement implies elimination of defects and avoidance of mistakes. For this purpose, self-education is the best. Stop and over.